Make sure you tap that bell so you never miss a video. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Big Fry, and I want to talk to you guys about Battlefield 5, specifically the biggest issues that I think the game is suffering from. And you know what, let's just start with what I think the biggest issue is, and that is the reception to DICE's marketing. To be honest with you guys, I love this game. I've been playing it. I played it at E3. I had a good feeling about it then. I've been playing this closed alpha. The game is solid as hell. That being said, I see a lot of people who are still hung up on the marketing of the trailers and the reception from that. When I saw the trailer initially, I reacted in a I wouldn't even say overly negative way. For me, I just didn't like the direction that it looked like this game was going. It was very colorful. It was like super over the top, jumping through windows, and it felt like Battlefield 1 on steroids. And for me, at this moment in time, I feel like that's not where the Battlefield franchise needed to go. Thankfully, the game isn't like that at all. The game is very grounded. The game is a lot slower paced than Battlefield 1 was. And to me, it feels like a mixture between Battlefield 1 and a lot of Battlefield 3 and 4. And it feels so good to play. I said this when I played it at E3. Even on the one round, it felt miles ahead of Battlefield 1. Now, sinking my teeth in, doing the sniper gameplay, playing as the assault, trying out the medic class, this game is leaps and bounds ahead of where Battlefield 1 was. But the biggest problem that I'm seeing is the community reception. The community is harping on the fact that there are women in this game. The cyborgs. I see the jokes being thrown out. I'm gonna pass on this. I don't need to play as an SJW. All the bullshit comments that we're seeing about things that don't really matter when we're talking about core gameplay. That's like, people got that trailer implanted in their heads, and that's just what they think the game is. And it's unfortunate, because I wish that I could talk to those people and tell them the game isn't like that. DICE fucked up when they released that trailer. When they did the marketing like that, they fucked up. Because the game is a night and day difference from what it was shown in that trailer to where we are now. It's night and day. There's fortification building. It's so much more tactical. And I just wish that the trailers would have showcased that a little more. That is their biggest problem right now. The next biggest problem for me is actually a gameplay issue, and that is the bleed out mechanic. If you guys have seen the stream that I did, or some of the gameplay out here on YouTube, you know that when you die, you go into this state where you are pretty much like on the ground, reaching out. You can turn around in 360 degree, and you can try to call out for a medic. The problem with this is this slows that already slowed down gameplay to a fucking halt. You are, from the moment of death, shown the kill cam, or like where they're shooting you from. It kind of zooms in on the character, just like all the other Battlefields do. And then you're put into this state. The problem with it is, from what I can see playing as the medic, it doesn't really notify you of who can get picked up. So as you're running around, you really have to be looking for players on the ground that are like reaching up. And for the most part, there's so much shit going on in this game, a lot of people don't notice it. So what we have is a mechanic that is attempting to make a class viable. And that's the medic. I get it. The development team really wants to stress teamwork and team play. They have a medic class. They have to make them viable. The problem with it, the way that they are viable is hindering the experience for every other player of every other class, because we have to sit through this 10-second wait to jump back in. That's not including the zoom in to show them where they are. That's not including coming back out to the menu to choose a different loadout or to choose your spawn. The time from death to actually starting and respawning again, it's way too long. And the problem with it is that bleed out mechanic. It needs to either be tweaked or removed. I don't know how you could balance it to make that medic class viable, whether it's just you can throw health on the ground and that's all you do. That bleed out mechanic is a terrible gameplay decision. I felt that even when I played it at E3, and now I'm seeing it more and more, and playing it round after round after round, and just having to deal with that slowdown is abysmal. It needs to be removed or tweaked or whatever. That is the biggest gameplay mechanic problem, is that bleed out mechanic. I really feel those are the two biggest problems plaguing this game. The reception from the marketing and that mechanic. Everything else about the game is really solid. Like, I'm playing it, it feels good to shoot. I'm doing sniper gameplays for a shooter. I don't snipe in games because I always feel the snipers are terrible to use. They are awesome, and it feels so good to use in this game. Battlefield 5 has the potential to be a really solid shooter this year. And I feel like a lot of people are going to skip it because of that first trailer that we saw. And I don't blame them for it if that's marketing. You know, they blew it with it and it turned a lot of people off. That's marketing. I can't be mad at those people. I hope that I could at least educate them and say that this game isn't what they are portraying. And then, of course, you have the troll comments. People like, oh, I don't want to hear women running in the bed. Oh, okay. I mean, if that's the line in the sand, you don't want to hear a woman scream as you're sniping. Like, okay, then the game, nothing that this game can do will make you happy. If that's the hill you're gonna die on, then so be it. You can't educate those people. But what I will say, the game is really, really good. Like, I had a blast, and all I want to do right now is just play more. And I'm going to, as I don't know how long the alpha's lasting, but I'm going to try and play as much as humanly possible. Because the game's just fun. I wish that we had more maps in the alpha. I like the map that we have in the alpha. The map design on that is really solid. I'm curious to see if that solid map design is going to kind of move forward to the other maps and be transferred alongside that content. I just want to see more. I want to play more. I can't wait for the beta. I can't wait for the game release. This, for me, is an instant purchase. Alongside all of these other shooters, Battlefield 5 is going to be a purchase for me. And that's kind of how I feel. I want to know what you guys think. Have you played it? If not, I wish I could give out a bunch of keys. It was a struggle for me to get one. But I appreciate you guys watching. I know that this game is tearing the community in half. And I hope that at least maybe if you guys watch some of the gameplays out here that you see that DICE just fucked up their marketing. That is the biggest problem. My name is Big Fry. Shout out to everyone who has been watching the videos. Shout out to the subscribers. We're shooting for 100,000 this year with all of these great shooters coming out. If you guys like multiplayer gameplay, this is the channel for you. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.